Welcome back to J-Dog Has a Truck.
We are doing some very important works here.
Oh my gosh. Here's our next interesting project. Say goodbye to good old Carter B&B and hello to Weber. Today we install the Weber 2-barrel conversion kit to carburetor, which includes this adapter, which you can swing it either orientation. From Vintage Power Wagons, they give you this thing, which I'm not sure I'm going to use. This can be swapped. If you flip it around, then it will this is a pull down, and if you swap it around, it'll be a push up configuration. This is where the choke cable will be installed. I got the manual version, manual choke version. They also give you a nice choke cable to install, which is a little bit better than what I've got, so I'll go ahead and do that. This is where your fuel comes in, or no, that's optional fuel vent. Some cars have charcoal canister, you can do that. This is where the fuel comes in, and what I think I'm going to do is swap this with this. I think that should work fine, so the fuel will go in this direction. So my goal is to use as much of the original linkage as possible. That way my manual throttle rod will still work. I talked with Matt at Vintage Power Wagons, and apparently my guess was correct. This bell crank is actually made from 2 different trucks. Looks like I think in 1950 they came with a square top carburetor, and half of this is from a square top and half of it is from the two-wheel drive Dodge trucks, which is probably where the old Carter B&B came from. So Robert Prince, when he got this thing up and going, sometime 79, 80, somewhere around in there, I cobbled together something from two different trucks to get this going. Like I said, I don't want to modify too heavily because I want to be able to go back to the Carter just in case I want to. So we'll see what we can come up with. I'm gonna have to do a little fabrication, looks like. Well, this was the original throttle assembly, bell crank assembly, I guess you could call it. This looks like this is cobbled together from two different things. I don't think this was original. I don't know the story on this, but I basically just had to take a look at videos and pictures of what was on other Power Wagons, and I cleaned this up and gave it a shot of paint, make it look pretty. I decided to make this. It's pretty simple, not too complicated, but it does work, and I'm going to put it back together and demonstrate. Okay, here's what I've got so far. I have changed this from side to side. This is for vacuum advance, which Power Wagons don't have, so plug that up. Now, like I said, I do want to keep my original linkage, that way I can keep my hand throttle and all that. But the supplied linkage bit is way too long. So, yeah, that's where it would be. So yeah, it's way too long. Notice how this rod is. I've got two options, and the first one that I'm going to try, I've got to grind this a little bit so that I can put a die on here and thread this down a couple of inches, and then of course cut it off. So we'll see if that's going to work. So much patience and finger feeling. You get the hex sides off and down. Take it down enough to where you can use your die. I think we're there. Cross my fingers. Well, look at that. That looks perfect. Slowly. Okay.
Done?
Checking for leaks. Choke is on. Cold start. Starting right up. Good. I highly recommend putting some Loctite right there. There's a little tab that bends over that's supposed to keep that nut on there, but I don't trust it. So a little bit of Loctite should do it. I added a regulator in line because Weber kind of insisted on it. Set it 3 pounds max. I did have to make an adapter here for this crankcase vapor, and there's a place they give you a little adapter, plastic adapter, to put it into the air cleaner. So fancy. So it's not a turbo, but I give it a thumbs up. Looks like it gives you a little bit more top end. The bottom end is still strong, bottom end RPM range. So yeah, I would do it. Let's do a cold start on this. It's about 30 degrees and it's snowing outside. I don't have a fire going in the stove. So we'll just see if it'll fire right up. So it's a lot easier to start now without pumping the accelerator and all kinds of craziness just to keep it running. I think I will pull the throttle back just a notch, pull the choke out. And I've been playing with the adjustment on the starter, so we'll see if it's going to work right off.